Hello and welcome to Entirely From Memory. My name is Pete McElligott and I am your host for tonight's show. So thank you so much for joining us, but where are you joining us from? There is a chat feature here. If you'd like to shout out where you're watching from, we'd frankly just love to hear it. From Brooklyn, says Andy Schneeflock, who would have thunk it? From Bed-Stuy, from China, and Andy Schneeflock is getting even more specific that he's in his kitchen. And from Boston, from North Carolina, oh, we're covering the coast. How wonderful. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays, and thank you so much for joining us. Also in Brooklyn, Houston, Texas, Amber, I tip my cap to you. Diego from Mexico. Ooh, wonderful. Minneapolis, Mexico. We're touching all the M's. And Gowanus, we're just outside of Brooklyn now in terms of Mexico, Minneapolis, Gowanus, Brooklyn. We are so happy that you joined us for this show tonight. But what is this show tonight? In the event that you haven't joined us before, and who's to say that you have, Christmas Carol Entirely From Memory is 6 performers doing their best to remember the spirit, if not the exact story, of A Christmas Carol. So who are these brave souls that are going to attempt to use this medium of Zoom to create live storytelling theatrical experiences for you? Well, let's welcome them out onto the Zoom stage, shall we? So please help me in welcoming one at a time. I'll call them out. First off, we have Willie, rocking around the Appleman. Welcome, Willie Appleman. Then we have Tom a wassailing Costello. Oh, Tom Costello having just arrived in Ithaca, New York. Then we have Ben, oh come all ye furnace. Welcome, Ben. There he is. Then we have Kira Jingle Bells Jackson. Welcome to the Zoom Arena, Kira. And a fancy entrance it is. And none other next but Alexis. All is calm, all is lambright. Welcome, Alexis Lambright. And finally, we have Scott, the 12 Days of Thomas. Welcome, Scott Thomas. Wonderful entrances all. Thank you so much for joining us for what is sure to be a holiday endeavor to remember. Again, they watched a version of A Christmas Carol to aid them in remembering tonight's story, but they don't know exactly what role they're going to be playing or what they'll be responsible for remembering. We're going to take care of that right now. We're going to cast this show. Let's cast it. Before I get right into that casting, quick little plug. We are performing tonight in support of Our House, Georgia. OurHouseGA.org if you want to check that on your phone. Maybe you're multitasking and you have 2 screens. I don't know. OurHouseGA.org. Look them up. They are the organization and we will be talking about them more in the middle of tonight's show. They're an organization that is dedicated to families that are experiencing homelessness in Georgia. We're going to talk about that just a little bit more at the halfway point. For right now, we're talking about Christmas Carol, and we're going to talk about the characters in Christmas Carol by assigning them to these people. That brings us to our casting phase of the story. Ooh, I've gone too far ahead, but look at my fun slides. They literally slide. Our casting for tonight's show. Each role that is cast will come with a rule. So these performers will not only have a role they are responsible for, but a rule they are responsible for following. Performers, I am going to ask that you cast yourselves because I can't be bothered to do it. So please, I have cards here, 1 through 6. Hold up a number using your human fingers. Hold up a number 1 through 6, and once someone else has taken it, try to get a new one. Try not to have the same number as somebody else, because I just can't deal with that. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3. Wonderful. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, Scott Thomas. Number 1, Scott Thomas, you are playing the role of Nephew Fred / Tiny Tim. Nephew Fred and Tiny Tim, those are the roles you are responsible for. This is going to, people will think that I'm cheating. Your rule is that you must speak in rhyme. That is the rule that you must follow. You must follow it the whole time. You can it, and that's fine, but make sure that the whole time you're speaking in rhyme.
I'll do it as well as I can. I'm here for you, man.
All right. Rules for number 2. Our role for number 2. Alexis Lambright, number 2. You are playing the Ghost of Christmas Present and Jacob Marley. Those are the roles you are responsible for. And your rule tonight, Alexis, is that you are not allowed to say anyone's name or use any numbers.
Okay.
That was received exactly the way that I expected it to be. I am looking forward. No names. Can't say Ebenezer Scrooge. Can't say 1, 2, or 3. Can't say anything along those lines, but you are free to say anything outside of those things. As long as it's not their proper name, you can refer to anyone as anything. And as long as you're not using a number, you can use plenty of language to communicate whatever size you wish to communicate. We wish you the best of luck, Alexis. You're going to do great! Ghost of Christmas Present and Jacob Marley. Number three is Kira Jackson. Kira, you are responsible for the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come and Young Scrooge. Those are the two roles that you are responsible for, Young Scrooge and the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come. And your rule, Kira, Kira, one of your characters has been replaced. So all I need to know from you right now is which one was it? Was it the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, or was it Young Scrooge? Who has been replaced? They still will serve the same function in the story. It's just that we've replaced the character with someone else.
Young Scrooge.
Young Scrooge, an interesting choice. Young Scrooge has been replaced by Santa Claus. So, in the past, Scrooge was, technically, for the purposes of this story, Santa. The story is exactly as it still was. Still going to school and being very alone and becoming a rather very hermit-like, miserly old man, but it is Santa in the past. Thank you, Kira. We wish you the best of luck. Number 4 is Willie Appleman. Willie Appleman, you are playing the role of Bob Cratchit / Belle. You are playing the role of Bob Cratchit and Belle. And your rule for tonight, Willie, is called Gifts from Bob. And the way that this is going to work is we are going to cue into this rule. Folks at home, you're going to hear, and let me grab it right now because I didn't have it nearby, you're going to hear this sound. And when you hear that sound, a poll is going to come up on the screen. And that poll is going to be for the audience to vote on what gift Bob Cratchit is about to give someone in the scene that Bob is in. It will happen 4 times throughout the show. When you hear that sound, Willie, it means that the audience has just started voting, and it's on you to vamp for about 30 seconds while they decide what the gift is that you are about to give to that special someone. Gifts from Bob is your rule, Willie. Bob Cratchit and Belle, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Up next we have 5. 5 is Ben Furness. Ben Furness, you are playing the role of Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge, Ben, it is meant to be, and your rule is that you are going to be receiving audience-written lines during the show. So I wish you luck because I think you're on your phone and you'll be receiving them with your phone, and that's just going to make this all the more difficult. So... Yep. Folks watching at home, what we have just entered into is called a technological nightmare. We welcome you to this technological nightmare, and it is starring Ben Furness. Congratulations, Ben. When you hear this sound, and Claire is going to share that sound now, it means that a line has been sent to your phone for you to incorporate into performance. That line will probably already be seen by you because you'll already be looking at your phone. But in the event that the audience at home can't hear it, that sound will trigger them in knowing that you just got a line. And it's your job now to incorporate that line into the scene. Ben, or should I say Scrooge, we wish you the best of luck. Good luck. And last but not least, number 6, Tom Costello, trying desperately to remember who is left. What characters are left in this story that he listened to?
What characters are in this story at all?
Up to Ithaca. Number 6. Tom Costello, you are playing the Ghost of Christmas Past and Mrs. Cratchit. You are playing the Ghost of Christmas Past and Mrs. Cratchit. Those are your 2 roles. And your rule, Tom, is that you must use the dictated setting. So what that means, Tom, is that every scene that your characters are in, I am going to display an image on the screen. And that image is where you are. That image is where you, the Ghost of Christmas Past, have taken Ebenezer Scrooge. And I will try my best to make sure it happens at the top of every scene so you don't have to wait and, stretch for too long. But you will have a dictated scene that you will then have to justify why you are there and why you've brought people there. Or why you live there if you're Mrs. Cratchit. Make sense, Tom?
Yeah.
We wish you the best of luck. And those are the roles! Those are the roles! Folks at home, if you have a line that you would like to hear Ebenezer Scrooge say, what I'd like you to do is in the chat, just type line in all caps, colon, and then the line that you would like to add to tonight's show. That line is then going to come out of Ebenezer Scrooge's mouth. So if you want to write something that is character specific, there's the character that you are writing for. We won't know exactly when it will be said, so you can't plan that far ahead. But you can know what character is going to be saying it, so congratulations on at least that much. For those of you who are now typing out your lines while you're waiting, I thought I'd throw out a little trivia just to fill the time with a slight little amount. How about some 1843 facts? story that we are doing tonight was written in 1843. The same year, Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart was published. The same year, Montgomery Ward was born. Montgomery Ward, if you grew up in the Midwest, you know what that is. Montgomery Ward. Why does that matter? Why am I mentioning it? Well, in 1939, that store ran a promotional campaign for Christmas. The star of that promotional campaign, making his debut to the world, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Nothing to do with Christmas until a mail-order dry goods company wanted to sell some dry goods. Montgomery Ward, born in 1843, and bringing about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer almost 100 years later. So what a fun fact! Those of you who are wondering what the hell Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had to do with Christmas, nothing. He has to do with capitalism. Like most of Christmas. So, before I go too far down that well, let's get back to our story. Our story tonight has one more rule. One more rule. And that rule is that one audience member, that's right, audience member, I said. One audience member is going to be in charge tonight of triggering deleted scenes. A deleted scene. So how does this work? Well, what we're going to do right now is promote an audience member who wishes to volunteer and be a part of tonight's show just through the lens of calling out new scene, new scene, new scene. That's the only thing I would ask you to do. You don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. You can, certainly. I'd be happy to see you and talk to you if you want. But all that we would need is your beautiful voice. That's all that we would require. So all I'm going to ask right now is if you would like to be in charge of tonight's deleted scenes for the first half of the show, put it in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you are someone who would like to do it. Greg is already on board. Ryan has already volunteered. Ryan Chittapong, famous for his horns. Greg, let's go with Greg, because Greg is right now the only person who is volunteered and is also excited. So, Greg, we're going to promote you to panelist right now. And in being promoted to panelist, once you're promoted to panelist, you'll be able to turn on your microphone. And you'll be able to turn on your camera should you wish to. You don't have to turn on your camera, but if you'd like to turn on your microphone, at least it could be like a radio talk show. Greg, are you there? Are you there, Greg? Hello, Greg.
I'm so excited. I can't unmute.
For three, all three of us are here. Welcome. Oh, look at you. Welcome. Welcome to the show. And what's your name?
My name is Sahag.
Oh, son, welcome. Welcome. Do you know the story of A Christmas Carol?
I watched the Muppet version recently, actually.
Backwards and forwards, then. And there, I don't know what is on your wall, Greg, but it is utterly fascinating.
It's the projector. It shows a school bus. Actually,
Makes much more sense. This makes much more sense. Well, welcome to the show, and you now have a job to do, and your job is twice during the first half of tonight's show. During the first half, and then we'll have someone else in the second half. But during tonight's first half of the show, and then you get to take a break and just enjoy. You don't have to handle this responsibility. You are going to call out whenever you like, new scene, new scene, new scene. Whenever you want to throw it out there, just 3 times saying the words, new scene, new scene, new scene. And
new scene, new scene, new scene.
Beautifully done. Already handling it well. And then our performers will create a scene that makes perfect sense given where they are in the story, but is not originally in the story. You get to do it twice. The first half of our show will be roughly 20 minutes, and then we'll have a little intermission break. So you've got a window of 20 in which to use that new scene twice. Does that make sense?
We're on it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I've never trusted anyone more in my life. Thank you for helping us out, and welcome to the show.
So glad to be here. So glad. So glad.
And that does it for our rules tonight. For our rules, that is the whole kit and caboodle. So for anyone who wants to throw out a line, you are free to continue throwing out a line. For those of you who want to continue to have that mindset in the back of maybe I want to do the horn for the second half of the show, I will ask at the intermission. Greg, thank you for joining us. You can turn on your camera and your microphone when you want to say it, or you can just turn on your mic, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
But for right now, you can turn off your mic and you can go back into anonymity where we all carry that mystery and that wonderment. Welcome to A Christmas Carol entirely from memory, because that is all that's left for me to do. Start our story. For those of you who aren't familiar with the original text, allow me, new slide, allow me to help you out just a little bit. Marley was dead to begin with. Marley was as dead as a doornail. Mind you, I don't know what there is that's particularly dead about a doornail. To my inclination, a coffin nail would be the deadest of all ironmongery. But the wisdom of the simile lives with our forefathers, and my unhallowed hands shall not disturb it, or the country's done for. So allow me to repeat, Jacob Marley was as dead as a doornail. Dickens was paid by the word. Marley was survived by his sole partner, Ebenezer Scrooge, his sole friend, and his sole mourner. And our story begins in Scrooge and Marley's counting house. Ebenezer Scrooge sits in his office. The only other occupant of this small room, Bob Cratchit, his clerk. They sit huddled, cold, dim lighting. It was a brisk, cold, dark day, and here at 3 p.m., it's no lighter than when it started, and growing darker. Already, the windows of the street start to flitter away with candles being lit. Christmas Eve. I must remind you, Jacob Marley was dead. This must be remembered, or nothing wonderful can come of the story we are about to relate.
Mr. Scrooge, if you may I add another piece of coal to the furnace?
Another piece of coal, Bob?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge, it's quite chilly in here, and, well, I could write faster if I could get into the furnace.
Bob, what color is my skin?
It's like a pinkish white.
Do I look like I'm made of gold, Bob?
Oh no, Mr. Scrooge, no. I wasn't. I was just thinking maybe we could.
Oh my gosh, give that to me right now. Give me that.
The furnace.
Give me the piece of coal.
The gold.
Give me the piece of coal.
There's a gold here, Mr. Scrooge. Gold.
Ow, oh, ow. Good. This gold is all we have, Bob. It's what separates us from the beast of the field and forest. It's what separates men from creatures.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge. Right.
So when you ask, can I add another piece of coal to the fire?
Yes.
I say to you, no.
No. Okay. All right.
Now, hand me that stack of mortgage. Someone at the door?
Yes, there's someone at the door. Oh, let me open the door. I've just opened the door, Mr. Scrooge. Oh, Nephew Fred!
Not yet dead. Hello, my dear uncle. How's it hanging?
How's it hanging, Fred? It's hanging just fine, I suppose. Lots of people to evict this month, as you well know. Lots of money to count.
Lots of money to count, but your Christmas cheer it is not yet about. Listen, though the season is crazy and my hair's getting thinner, I've come today to ask you to Christmas dinner. Uncle, will you join? There are things in the Christmas season far stronger than coin.
Bob, listen to me. Don't get mad. Get everything. Get everything you need right now. Pick it up and get right out of my counting house.
Me, Mr. Scrooge.
I don't need you. I don't need your Christmas cheer. Fred? Oh, sorry, Bob. I was speaking to Fred.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, I thought you were dismissing me right now, and I don't know what I would have done. I'm sorry.
What I would have done, tried to create some fun. That's what Christmas is all about. From the roof in this house, its spirit, I would shout.
Fred, I want you to take your rhymes and get out of this counting house.
I will leave, as quiet as a mouse. But know, as I am a man, your invitation to join me and Clara still stands.
Oh, that was so sick.
He's distressingly good at that.
He's quite good at that, Mr. Scrooge.
Bob, you must understand, this Christmas, it brings me no joy at all. It's nothing but an excuse to pick a man's pocket. It's outrageous.
Right.
It's a bunch of humbug.
Oh, right, Mr. Scrooge. I completely understand, Mr. Scrooge. And that's why, well, I thought maybe now's a good time to ask you if maybe tomorrow I could have the day off just to be with my family. Well, you see, Mr. Scrooge, there's a little story, if you will. Me and my family have a secret, and a lot of people don't know that. I've probably only told one person this in my life. Actually, I'm sweating. My butt is wet. I've got
Your butt is wet.
a problem with sweating, but Mr. Scrooge, I am part of a secret society, and I was wondering if you want to be part of that society. And that's why, for Christmas, Mr. Scrooge, I got you a Jam of the Month Club membership. And
You got me a Jam of the Month club?
yes, every month it's a different jam. And you see, not a lot of people get an offer for the membership. And so, well, Mr. Scrooge, my way of saying Merry Christmas is offering you a membership to the Jam of the Month Club. It's jamtastic.
Bob, all I put on my toast is a bit of salt.
Right. Well, that could be a flavor, Mr. Scrooge, but
I was born a dragon, you see.
right.
I may look like a man, but I was born a dragon.
Right.
So much possibility. Oh, someone's at the door.
Someone's at the door. Let me get the door. Yes. Hello. Oh.
Hi. Hello. Hello. Merry Christmas. Are you Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
I'm Mr. Scrooge.
Yes. Just here, alms for the poor. We just are raising money for the poor, just to give money for the poor for Christmas, you see. And we just wanted to know if maybe you, with your piles of money, I see they're all that gold, maybe would be able to spare some for just some poor people on the street.
I have a question for you, my good man.
Oh, absolutely.
Are there no prisons? Huh?
Oh, there are prisons, yes.
Are there no workhouses?
A second question.
I believe I paid my taxes this year, and I believe you have all the money you need in the public fisc to support the poor in the manner in which they deserve.
Well, that's not
Hello.
New scene, new scene, new scene.
right. So, taxes have come in, and I guess we have to figure out where we're going to give it. Put it to the prisons. I'm thinking.
Let's put a lot of it in the prisons.
Yeah, that seems good.
Really make the prisons pretty cool.
Yeah. What could we? Yeah, maybe we make like a show they could put on every year.
They could do a show.
Yeah.
A show.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of show? Like a holiday pageant would we have to do?
Yeah, we could do a prison holiday pageant, and then people could come and they could pay money to see the show.
And then we have even more money.
Yeah,
And there could be children.
yeah, and we could put that money to the poorhouses, and then that money could go to producing their show.
Yeah, and there would be slides. Like lots of slides.
Nothing but slides.
Yeah,
I love it. Let's print it. Yeah.
yeah. Is that what we're supposed to be doing with the taxes?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do a prison pageant with slides to pay for the poorhouse pageant. With slides. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just do the slides.
Everybody likes a fun slide.
Everyone
and
likes
then
a
we
fun
can just
slide.
split the rest of it amongst ourselves and
There it is.
you know,
I like that one.
cut her off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
It definitely sounds like there could be some efficiencies found in the public fisc.
It's really all quite. Everything is really just really tied up. We're struggling quite hard actually. We've really run out of money altogether. We didn't understand maybe the cost of all the slides, and there's a lot of insurance we had to pay for. So
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh all right. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Iron. iron helps us play.
Right.
You know, a bit of gold makes us wise.
Oh,
A bit
gold.
of iron makes us play.
You're going to give us some gold or iron?
No, I'm giving you neither. Bah humbug. Good day, sir.
Good day. Merry Christmas.
Bah.
Well, Mr. Scrooge, I think it's time for me to head home. So I was thinking I would take tomorrow off since it is Christmas.
Well, just because it's Christmas doesn't mean it's an excuse to pick a man's pocket. But I suppose you can have tomorrow off. But be in all the earlier the next morning, Bob.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas. Oh,
Merry Christmas to you, Bob.
And if you do want to join the Gem of the Month Club, you just let me know, because it's just me and Martha right now.
I don't want to join your club, Bob.
Okay. Merry Christmas. Good night, Mrs. Scrooge.
Guess I better be headed home.
Please, can you spare $1 for the poor? My economic ceiling is in fact the floor.
Be gone, man.
I will leave, and for my stature I will grieve.
Be gone, man. So you could find her. Where we go. Who is there? Who's there? Must be a bit of bad meat, a bit of fish I ate. Thank you, my ooey gooey cookie. You're the only one in my stomach to balance out the bad meat I must have eaten. Okay. Here I am. Home, sweet home. After walking through those cold London snowy streets, here I am in my modest mansion. Yeah. Time to get into bed. Time to get into bed. Oh, yep. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Good night, terrible world. Good night. Who's there? Who's... Jacob Marley?
'Tis I,
Yes, but who am I?
my old co-worker.
Who are
Wake
you?
The name that you have spoken. Now wake up!
No, but what did I say? Who are you, spirit?
I am a ghost of a man you used to know.
Okay, a man I used to know. I knew many men.
Shut up! I wear the chains. I wear the chains of my bad decisions, and I don't want that of you.
Wait, what do you mean, your bad decisions?
Yes.
Let me tell you a joke. Let me tell you a joke. Where do fish keep their money?
I don't know. Where do fish keep their money?
Well, you might think it's the riverbank, but it's at Marley and Scrooge's counting house.
New scene.
So you're a fish. You're a fish. You're a fish and you want to open an account here at Scrooge and Marley's?
Yes, I'd like to open an account.
Do you have any money?
No. I have sand and rocks.
You want to put sand and rocks in an account?
Yes. I'm here with my wife. She has all... What was it, my wife? What did you say, my wife? Yes, I love you too. Come here, Camilla.
There's 2 fish kissing in my counting house. There's 2 fish just making out right here in my counting house.
Yes.
Snap out of it, you fool!
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, who are you?
I listened to your foolish jokes, and now you've forgotten who I am. I was your partner for very, very long, and I wear the chains of my bad mistake.
Jacob Marley, it's nice to see you. Do you remember when we opened up that fish's account?
I do. Yes, I do remember that.
Those were the days, Jacob. Those were the days.
It was foolish. It was foolish. The thing that I am here to tell you is that you must change your ways, or you are doomed. Tonight you will be greeted by so many spirits, like more than you can even think of.
Wait, but how many specifically, just so I'm prepared?
You'll find out sooner or later.
No, but specifically how many?
Awake. Stay awake.
So you're not even going to tell me specifically how many spirits I should be expecting?
No. I didn't receive that treatment in life. Neither shall you.
So you're telling me I'll be visited by an indefinite number of spirits? Just indefinitely spirits from here on out? And you can dance if you want to. You can leave those chains behind.
I cannot! That's what I'm trying to tell you! These chains are on me for life and death.
That seems like a lot of chains. How many about would you say you have?
So many! You can't even see the ones on my feet.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. Yes. So you've got chains just all over. Jacob, it's
yes.
It's such a scary warning.
You have a lot of questions to ask. So many. Too many questions. It's driving me insane.
Jacob, I'm afraid. I'm afraid, Jacob. I'm afraid of the spirits, and I'm afraid of the warning you give me. But the choices I make and the decisions they may have for my afterlife. Perhaps I should try to get some rest.
Stay awake.
You want me to stay awake?
Look at the clock. Listen to the clock.
What time about do you think the spirits should be coming?
Sounds of the clock.
But what time? What time specifically about do you think the spirits would be coming, and how many? And just in case you can say it now, how many spirits total?
Goodbye!
Oh, goodness. Who knows what time they'll come and how many there will be? What a mystery. Best for me to get some rest.
Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Scrooge.
Hello? Do I know you? Do you have an account?
Oh, no, I don't have an account. I am here to give you an account of your life.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm here to help you remember your past.
You're one of the spirits of which Jacob Marley warned me.
I'm one of the many spirits that will visit you tonight, Scrooge.
Many? Okay, so that sounds like it could really add up.
Yeah, I'm not really keeping track for you. I'm just here to help you remember your Christmases that have been previously. I'm going to take you on a walk through your past and let you see the Christmases that you have since forgotten.
Hot dogs for everyone. That's what we used to offer at Scrooge and Marley's. For every new account, you got one hot dog.
I'm going to take you right back to the moment in time that you first learned about hot dogs for everyone on Christmas.
You
Take
ever
my
seen
hand.
a fish eat a hot dog?
Yes, it can. Take my hand, Scrooge. Whoa!
Whoa!
Ah, yes. Here we are. This is when you were going to climb that mountain and destroy that ring. Do you remember?
Are you thinking of someone else?
This is your past, Scrooge. Back in time. Yes, there you are now.
My goodness.
You couldn't wait to celebrate the destruction of that ring, even though you hadn't done it yet.
Yes, I remember now.
Smeagol's ring makes us hard to sing.
Listen, if I don't burn this ring, we don't get the Christmas hot dogs. This is very important.
Christmas hot dogs are not for fun. Smeagol's ring is for everyone.
Listen here, I didn't spend my childhood as a dragon, cursed by these Christmas lights, to grow up to be Santa Claus in order to not bring hot dogs on Christmas.
I can't believe you spent Christmas as a dragon. Your current shape, that's hard to imagine.
Yes, this is when I was just a young dragon on that volcano mountain. I was treated so poorly.
Yes, and you used to give hot dogs for everyone on Christmas.
That's true.
You were, yes, you and your sleigh.
I was teased so viciously because I couldn't make it all the way up to the volcano eruption part of the mountain.
Yes, exactly. Do you remember? This is hard times for you to look back on, Scrooge. I know these are painful memories.
How did you can't get up there? Oh, what a gimp! You'd be fine if it was just the tip.
Then there was a very sexually explicit golem creature who would tease me when I was just a young dragon.
Yes.
Oh, and another thing I should mention, in case this wasn't clear, when I was a young dragon, I also was Santa Claus.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I know this is hard I understand why you have buried these memories, Scrooge, because this is a very painful thing to recall.
It might be a little bit confusing for people trying to keep track of this, but just so everybody understands, I was both burdened with being excluded for being a dragon, but also the responsibilities of delivering presents to every child in the world on Christmas Eve, year after year, also weighed heavily on my little dragon shoulders.
And you also had to destroy that ring in order to save the land.
And I also had to destroy a ring. All of these things together created an extremely challenging childhood situation.
Yes.
You know what? I want to give you some money. Here it is.
Oh, I'm a ghost, actually. We don't actually need currency for anything.
You don't accept tips?
I really have no way of taking it.
What? Why don't you open an account? Then I could put the money right into an account, and then you could withdraw it from whatever you want, from one of our many Scrooge and Marley ATMs. We have a global network.
Yes, well, let's I'll show you the building of that network. Just when you started to learn more about money in the future of the past.
Okay.
Take my hand. Take my hand. And here we are. Yes. Do you remember this place where you worked?
Of course I remember. Fezziwig's Applebee's.
Yes, Fezziwig's Applebee's.
So, welcome to Applebee's.
Yes. Oh,
Hello, I was hoping to get a job here. It's been a very hard childhood for me. Do you mind if I wait here a little bit?
Oh, sure. No problem. While you wait, here is a menu. If you'd like to have some of our boneless buffalo wings, we can.
Excuse me, I'm here alone, and I'm wondering if I could grab a booth.
Oh, sure. I'll put you two right together.
Oh,
Right.
oh, who's
Hello,
hello?
and I
My
love your. What's your name?
Belle.
Oh, what a gorgeous name! I love your attire.
Thank you. I love your big belly and your beard.
Thank you, Bill.
She loved me for my belly and my beard and my tail and my long snout and my little wings
And your ability to breathe fire.
and my ability to breathe fire. Yes.
Oh, you're shining a flashlight into my eyes.
No, that was my ability to breathe fire. Sorry, I was trying to impress you. Would you like to see it again?
Yes. Question, will you wed me?
I would love nothing more, my love.
Then let's marry now, you and me, Santa.
I'm also part dragon.
What does that mean? You could never love a Belle human?
No, I just wanted to warn you, as long as you're okay with it.
You did
I hope
love
it doesn't.
once.
What?
Then, years later, the two of you married. And it was delightful and happy all of a sudden. And then, one moment in time, things just changed. Do you want to go see it?
No, I don't, but perhaps it would be good for me here. Woo!
Here we go, Scrooge. And here we are. In your future marital home, the two of you together.
Oh, yes, on the Star Bridge.
Of the Starship Enterprise. This is where you lived.
So just so I'm clear, I was a dragon Santa Claus who lived on the Starship Enterprise with my new human wife, Belle, traveling the galaxy, delivering toys to children, and gathering loot for my dragon horde. This is the way.
Of course, I understand why you've repressed all of this, Scrooge. It has been very hard to live through.
It was a truly, truly traumatic and complicated childhood and young adulthood and even pretty late adulthood.
Yes, and it made marriage difficult when you moved from that Applebee's to space.
So many stresses on that marriage. So many missed opportunities for understanding between delivering presents, breathing fire, and boldly going where no dragon Santa had gone before.
Hobbit, yes.
What do you want? You've been breathing fire again, haven't you?
I have. This is very hard. It's very hard to manage being a dragon and Santa.
Well, get
And
yourself
also
under
my
control.
love of money. And I need to deliver all these presents, Belle. You must understand. I'm very tired.
Listen, some of me and the blogs are gonna head out onto a ship and head to another planet. Maybe you should stay on the ship.
Does this mean you're leaving me?
Yes.
But
Yes.
why? Is it because I'm so overwhelmed?
It's because you are just too much. You'll never get over yourself. You've never actually seen me, have you? I haven't changed since the day you met me. Goodbye forever, Scrooge.
I'll always love you. Oh.
Oh, Spirit, take me home.
Here we go. Ooh. Here we are. There, yes, yes. Oh. Ooh. There you are. You're back again.
Spirit, I realize now I've repressed so much I've cast aside as now that I've assumed this human form and set aside my Santa Claus responsibilities. and left the enterprise to start a counting house in London.
I understand why you went for a simpler life, Scrooge, but you have to also understand the things that you've lost along the way. This is the way, but the things have
My
been
tighty
lost.
whities are too tight.
Ah, yes, we get that.
I've never
sometimes.
told anyone that, but that's a big thing that's affecting me now.
Well, I think you need to address your bodily needs as well as your emotional needs.
And there's so many needs left unmet. Oh, just a bunch of nonsense. This is why I don't dally with feelings. I should have left this all behind. Better to have a stiff upper lip and leave feelings behind. That's what I say.
Well, I'm just showing you the feelings of the past, Scrooge, but there are more feelings to come from feelings from after the past.
Humbug! Nothing but pain comes from this reflection, spirit. Leave me.
I shall. And the many other spirits will come after I.
Wait, but how many specifically? Wait,
Oh,
spirit, how many?
Many more coming.
Wait, spirit, no.
And that's our intermission. That's the end of our first half of the show. A wonderful job. Wonderful work, everyone. Thank you so much. For those of you watching, if you want to take a little bit of a break, go to the bathroom perhaps, or if you wanted to walk around and just, I don't know, get the blood pumping in your legs, whatever it may be, or even just go and sit in a corner and contemplate Dragon Santa Claus and just utter silence. Now is the time for you to do that. For the rest of you, for those of you who are still with me, let's give it up for Greg. Greg, thank you so much for being our horn. Thank you so much for being our, for those of you who don't know what I mean by horn, that was when we were in person way back when. So thank you so much for helping us out. Wonderfully done. Oh, there is a bright future. Oh, yay! Thank you so much. That was very well done. It's so good to see you again. And thank you so much for everyone who has stuck with us through the first half of what is arguably the most convoluted backstory of Ebenezer Scrooge that I have ever seen. We are going to need, for our second half, for the second half of the show, we are going to need another person to honk the horn. Next slide. We are going to need one more person to handle the back half of tonight's show, the latter 20 minutes. So if there is anyone else out there, if there is anyone who is wanting to grab that opportunity to say new scene, new scene, new scene, you don't have to turn your camera on. You can just be you saying it through your microphone. We can 100% treat this like talk radio. That is my dream, is just being a DJ. Old school. For all of you who are interested, if you don't grab this opportunity, then I will give it to Ryan Chittapong, and that is a threat. That is meant to be a threat, and I will treat it as such. So without further ado, those of you who are at home, don't feel pressured and don't feel like you have to take the responsibility, although I think Greg did a fantastic job, and now we're going to compare him to none other than Ryan Chittapong. Ryan, do you wanna just say a few words? Are you there, Ryan? Ryan Chittapong, are you out there?
I'm here, but my lights are dimmed, so I don't know if I should turn my camera on.
Well, I don't think you should. Let's treat it like talk radio.
Okay.
Do you have a song you'd like to dedicate?
I want presents.
Is that a song?
I hope.
Okay. There should be. I don't know. There's no good Christmas song, I think, called Presents, which means there's an opening there, and you heard it here first. For everyone watching, this is Ryan Chittapong. Ryan Chittapong, you might remember him from way back when. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah!
Why?
That's Ryan. So this again, you don't have the lights. So this is how we bring you in. So for those of you watching, this is Ryan Chittapong. The Ryan Chittapong is going to be in charge of our horn for the latter half of tonight's show. And that is going to be two more new scenes. Ryan, do you think you're up to it?
Oh yeah.
You can do it twice, and new scene. I want to hear it 3 times because sometimes it's hard for our performers to receive that information so quickly. So thank you so much, Ryan, for being, so readily available to take on this great responsibility. Thank you again, Greg. Greg and Ryan, the heroes of tonight. Thank you so much, Ryan. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, you can take a break for starters because before we get into the second half, now that I think most people are back, now that I'm going to go ahead and say that most people have had the opportunity to get a drink, to go to the bathroom. Maybe you're in the bathroom now, but you're still on your phone or your computer. Maybe you're like most people and you never leave that screen. But regardless of what your personal situation is, and I don't want to hear about it, I only want to support it by offering up a little bit of information. So wherever you may be emotionally, spiritually, physically, Andy Schneeflock is in the bathroom. For tonight's group that we are supporting, that you are supporting, because if you bought a ticket for tonight, hey, first off, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Secondly, let me tell you about the group that you're supporting in addition to us, in addition to Littlefield, who is a fantastic venue that I cannot say enough about. Littlefield is an amazing venue. If you've never been in person, next year, when we are allowed to be, in person again, Littlefield is absolutely somewhere you should go, hang out, drink, have food at Park Life. There is an amazing crew at Littlefield, and you should take full advantage of it when able. It is available right now for food. If you're in Brooklyn, and a lot of you are, Park Life is available for you to order some food from, so why don't you? Why don't you? And they have many events, as I'm sure you saw at the beginning of the show. But in addition to them, in addition to us, there is Our House. So what is Our House? Our House, as I said at the beginning of the show, is a group that is focused on supporting families that are experiencing homelessness. It's a sad topic because life is sad, but life doesn't have to stay sad. So keep that in mind, that life is made better when people take care of people. And that is something that, one, I am more than happy to do, especially for Our House, a group that is based and services Georgia. Why am I so happy? Because I feel like Georgia gave me a gift this year. I'm proud of Georgia, and I'm thankful for Georgia, and I feel like I need to do something for Georgia in return. So, Georgia, what we are doing tonight is we are supporting Our House. What does Our House do in terms of supporting families that are experiencing homelessness? Well, it does a few things. It does a myriad of things. There are housing services that are just flat out shelters for a family to stay in. Shelters that are safe, that are clean, and that offer an amount, given the circumstances, of privacy to make sure that those families actually do feel like they have not just a place to stay, but and a place to shelter, but a place to live for a moment. For that as a base, they then add on top of it family services. What family services? Well, if you're lucky in your life, you've known someone who specializes in social work. People who care about helping other people better their situation and who know what it is to tailor solutions to individuals and to individual problems. Family services is all about giving those people a caseworker, someone who can service the specific problem, take care of what is specifically struggling inside of that family dynamic, inside of that family situation, inside of just the lives in general. And in 2020, there can be more than one problem, and having someone who is devoted to that family is important for them to better their situation. In addition to that, early childhood education. Already, look at all the things we're adding on top of that Our House does. Early childhood education, because families that are experiencing homelessness, the children in those families are in danger of losing access to schools, in danger of losing access to important fundamental things. So in terms of early childhood education, Our House makes sure that they don't miss out, make sure that there is an environment, and we'll get back to how you can maybe help out with that, should you choose to help out with that. That in addition to that, on top of all of it, employment services. There is job training, as well as helping in terms of actually getting a little bit of education to make sure that the parents, to make sure that the adults in these families are able to get a job that is able to support a job that serves you with a living wage. Because if only you could get that living wage, then the fact is that usually you can start to get your own place, you can start to stand on your own legs. But it is hard to get a job when you are taking care of kids. It is hard to get a job when you have lost your home and you are sleeping in your car. It is hard to get a job when you are worried about your children's education and their development. So it is a myriad, it is a cake layers of things that Our House does. Now maybe you're different than me and you don't appreciate Georgia as much as you should. There are programs like this in every state. Maybe not Our House, but there are programs like this in every state. And all it takes is a quick Google for you to find a group that is well worth your support. But for tonight, part of your ticket donation has already gone. You've already supported Georgia, whether you like it or not, has already gone to Our House and the wonderful work that they do. So thank you so much for helping us support them. Supporting us, supporting them. It's all about us supporting each other. And what a wonderful message in terms of Christmas Carol, recognizing the humanity in other human beings. You can't be human if you don't recognize other people as human. So that's Our House. Thank you so much for listening to me talk about it. And if you want to learn more or volunteer, and this is that thing I was alluding to earlier, you can. They do even have, as part of those early childhood education services, they even do have the option for you to record yourself reading an age-appropriate story that will then be played for the kids. So if you wanted to read to some of those children in those families, you could, and you've got time. You probably have a little bit of time, and maybe even a book. maybe even a little kid's book. I don't know. Maybe you do. With each one of the groups that we have supported this year, everyone who has attended our shows, you've helped us. You've helped us spread the word about these groups. You've helped us even just by listening, even just becoming aware of these groups. So thank you so much for listening to me talk, and thank you so much for just giving a little bit of your time. But now we get back to what is arguably one of the most dramatic reimaginings of A Christmas Carol that I have ever experienced in my life, and I can't wait to see how it goes. If you're interested in reading a book to those kids, Andy, you can head to ourhousega.org. Ourhousega.org is the website in which you will have opportunities to donate, opportunities to volunteer, opportunities. So head on over to ourhousega.org and you will learn more about this wonderful organization. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking, Andy. Thank you so much for helping me put that plug in. Where we left off with our story, Ryan, are you ready? Are you there, Ryan? Do we still have our caller?
Yes, look at me. Ha ha.
I gave you just enough time to find a setup to what to.
I put clothes on.
Well, on behalf of everyone, thank you. Thank you for putting in the effort of getting dressed.
There you are.
Are you ready? You get two. You get two as we go through this, Ryan, and I can't wait to hear when you use them. Where we last left off, Scrooge had been lightly delivered back to his home, into his bed by the ghost of Christmas past. Scrooge, who had just relived his past of being a dragon Santa Claus that climbed Mount Doom in order to give Christmas hot dogs, worked at an Applebee's where he met Belle, and Belle and him unfortunately broke up on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. He has now made the decision to be a human man and shed his responsibility of being a dragon-born Santa Claus. But what of the present? Our story resumes with Ebenezer Scrooge asleep in his bed and the clock about to strike some time for the arrival of a certain unspecified number of ghosts.
Oh, come in and know me better, man. Come, get close. I can't hear you.
Who are you?
Who am I? The question is, who are you?
Why, I'm Ebenezer Scrooge, Spirit.
Oh, I know. I was playing a trick on you.
Okay, I don't like tricks, especially not from an indefinite number of spirits. Tell me, what lessons will you impart upon me? Jacob Marley said you'd all have lessons of one type or another.
It really all depends. This is your life today, as it is in the present. Do you want to learn or do you not?
You know, that's so Raven.
I
you know
love
this
that little girl.
Yes. Nevermore. Let's get on with it.
All right. Grab my robe.
Oh.
We will be going to the home of someone you know quite well. Whee!
Look there, a simple little home in London. But whose house is it, Spirit? Whose house is that?
This is the house of your colleague.
Okay, I've had many colleagues over the years. Is it one of my past colleagues from the Enterprise when I delivered presents as a dragon Santa, perhaps?
Ooh,
New scene.
Hi.
I'm Dragon Santa.
Yes, I know. You're back. Okay.
Yes. Here to deliver presents and hot dogs.
Just
And
give
the
them.
appropriate amount of fire. Ah!
Ah! Just give the presents. It's too hot. It's too hot with the fire. I've never seen flesh burn like that.
Here's your present. It's a scarf.
Thank you. Oh my. That is really nice.
Oh, good. I was hoping you would like it, actually. I thought it was a good colour for you.
No one ever gives me like good presents, and this was really nice.
Well, good. No one actually appreciates my work anymore.
That's just like
Because I'm-
super nice and chill.
Thank you. No, a very rough childhood. That means a lot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you ever come back here again, I'm gonna have to shoot you out of the sky with like one of those giant steel arrows from like Game of Thrones. So
Understood. Because of the dragon.
because of the dragon.
Yeah. I get it. No, I understand. I live a very lonely life. Enjoy
Okay,
a
Spirit,
scarf.
I've seen enough. I don't think it's one of those colleagues that we're looking at their house right now. Oh my Lord.
Husband, come down to the bone cellar.
Jesus Christ.
Husband, come down to the bone cellar. I'm trying to make our bone stew. This is all we have to cook with now. Just this giant pile of bones.
Oh, it smells just like it always does.
Yes.
Like
Like Christmas, the Christmas of decomposing bodies in hot water.
that's Christmas with you. Come here now, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
Now, Tiny Tim and I, we were at church, and he said the most adorable thing. Say it, Tim. Tell your mother what you said, Tim.
I said, don't be afraid of a child with a limp, because all of us were kind of a little bit gimp.
Spirit, do they make that little boy live in a bone cellar?
Your bed, just you want to climb into your bed over here, Tim?
I want to climb into my bed of bones, because the
Yeah.
skulls of old people make me feel not alone.
Oh, that's good. We're just going to cover you up with a pile of bones right now.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go.
Feels so
Here's one right
incredible.
here. Do you want this one?
I would like that one. Cover me in the skull.
Yeah, sure. I'll just put it on you.
Wait. Before you cover Tiny Tim in bones,
Yeah.
let's raise a glass. To the maker of the feast, Ebenezer Scrooge. If it weren't for him, none of us could be surrounded in bones.
Yeah. Didn't
Wow.
we have a present
It's
for
a
Tim
shame.
today?
So it really seems as if I don't pay him enough to live anywhere except in a place full of bones.
Precisely. If they had the money, they wouldn't have to cover their body in other bodies.
Okay, fine. I guess you are my little pog champ.
I'm your little what now?
Pog champ. It's something we used to say back on the Enterprise when I was Dragon Santa. You ever been to the planet Pog?
Have not.
It's a water world full of hyper-competitive little beings.
Oh,
This big. They live
coin
in
thingy.
water.
Oh, the
Anyway.
little coin thingies you would get in.
I know it's really soon, but goodness, new scene, new scene, new scene.
Here we are on the planet Pog. Where's the little Pog creatures competing?
Captain, I'm detecting no signs of life. Not even a person, not even a wife. Captain? Captain, this radio silence is worse than I can imagine.
Here I am. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about this. I'm so overwhelmed. So many lives I have. What?
The words of Nirvana, all apologies, but we're here to bring the creatures straight to their knees.
I'm ready
there's
for
one.
you.
There's one. Don't we catch it?
Welcome to the planet of Pog.
Thank you. My name is Ebenezer Log. I represent my boss. He's not a Fanta, but he's sweet as one. You can call him Dragon Santa.
Hello.
Well-
That's me.
Welcome. We're looking for a champion of our planet. You just compete by you climb into the water And
All
you
right.
have, yeah, and then you have these little things that you have to use to be a champion. You throw them down.
All right, let's try it.
Yes.
These little things. Oh, my hat. Keep losing my hat. Wait, hold on. It's very important, my hat. Without it, people would think I'm just a regular dragon. All right, is this a little item?
Yes, and you throw it down.
All right.
And now you're the champion. Welcome.
Oh, very good.
As champion, you have a few responsibilities.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, one is that you must lead the Pog people for the rest of our time.
Oh, good.
Yes,
All right.
you are now our spoken leader. Second of all, you're required to attend all dances. You have to be the chaperone for all of our children's dances.
Of course. I don't suppose you guys can lead my sleigh then.
Hello? Wake up!
Yeah, yeah, I don't think I think very highly of Planet Pog. It was a tough planet.
Yeah. Oh, I'll say. All right. I don't know how to respond to that. You keep drifting off into these dreams where you talk about what happened in the past, and
Spirit,
I'm
is there someone else's house we could visit in the present? Some other specific person whose house we could go?
Yes. You know this person quite well. Very, very well. Let's go!
Whoa!
Here we are.
Everybody gather round because a party is about to go down. It's not going to go too fast, nor too slow. We're going to play a game of yes or no.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus.
I love this game.
I love yes or no.
I love yes and no.
Yes or no? Ask it we must. Put my faith in the beanied man hat. Trust. Ask away. We really don't have, you could say, all day.
Is it an animal?
An animal? No, it isn't, my Stan. You could say that what I am is in fact a man.
Are you young?
Young? Oh no, foretold. If you look at my figure, you'd say I'm old.
Oh. Are you handsome?
Handsome? Oh, what's the rub? You could look at my face and say bah humbug.
Oh! Are you a wanted creature?
Are you miserly and mean?
Are you just the rudest being around?
I used to board the Starship Enterprise.
You're Dragon Santa Scrooge, aren't you?
Spirit, are they talking about me? Mocking my childhood?
Indeed I am. My childhood.
Good.
Come, dragon, come. Oh, Santa son. Now, everybody, drink up, be hearty. We're not here to slumber. We're here to party!
They're having such fun. Such fun on Christmas like I once had. But no more. I left that life behind me. I don't feel the joy of Christmas anymore. Not anymore. Now it's about money and counting and evicting people from their homes, foreclosing on their mortgages. That's what's the good life for me now. That's what's good. That's what's important, Spirit.
Whoa. You're beginning to break. I hear it in your voice. How does this make you feel?
Spirit, it makes me feel alone. So very alone. On Christmas, people are having fun, playing games, mocking me, living in poverty because of the wages that I pay.
Yes. Well, I hear a change in your voice. Young man.
Take me home, Spirit. I've seen enough.
Here we are. we'll just be here, and all I can say is, while you think about being alone, it is a scary thing, but I have to leave you alone as I grow old. Very,
Spirit.
very.
Spirit, you're aging right before my eyes.
Yes.
Getting decrepit.
Oh.
Have a little cap there.
Oh. See you later.
Spirit, you're cartoonishly hunched now. Now, this is very scary. Well, that was very scary, that one. Goodness knows, just 2 down. There must be hundreds remaining. Who knows how many spirits this night will bring? Jacob Marley was so indefinite. Oh, well. Who's there? Who's there? Wait. Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Spirit? Spirit? Who are you? Holy shit! Spirit? Where are you taking me? What is this place?
I cling to the coin like fungus to the toe. Right now, you're in the house of your man, old Joe. There's a fine young man who just went to hell. So somebody tell me, what have you got to sell?
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. I've got this file here. There's probably a lot of money stuff. Looks like there's a bit of paper here about, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of paper. It looks waterlogged. Look like I spent some time on the planet called Pog.
Yeah.
I got some curtains from his bed. They're still warm.
Still warm, like the man machine, the sheets. You can buy it back from that credit called Suisse. Give it here. I'll give it about £1.
Spirit, those are my belongings. My belongings that they're selling with such carelessness, such disregard.
All right, everybody, do we got one more? I need about 3 items to even my score. No? That's okay. I guess business up here. Man, you came
I've got his dentist.
You've got his dentist or you've got his tooth? One's old, while the other is the mark of the youth. Either one, I'll take it for about £5. That's done, everybody. The sale is going down.
Spirit, the sale went down. The sale of my things. Check out my collection of vinyl records over here. Some of my favorite tunes in that crate. Collected over decades. You know, it just doesn't sound the same on compact disc. I like the crackles and the pops and the needle drops. Where are we going? Where are you taking me now, Spirit? What is this place? Oh, it's the Bone House. No, Bob Cratchit, but
just
where does that mean? Where? Holy shit.
Bob, we're just going to have to put this one on the plane back to London.
That's Tiny Tim's skull in a little box.
Yeah, we're going to have to continue our vacation without him.
He'll love London. He'll love being on the plane and see all the birds.
Yeah.
He loved birds, especially the dead ones with the skulls and the skeletons.
Tiny Tim died in Canada and they put him on a plane back to London. But it was just his skull.
Hold on.
This is the most messed up thing I've ever seen and I feel somehow responsible for it.
before you put the skull on the plane, I have one thing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say a quick word to Tiny Tim. Hey, Tim. It's your dad. Bob. This is what you wanted all through life, and I wish you could be here for it. This is an even tinier, sicklier child. I found him, Tim. This is a tinier, skinnier, thinner, weaker, tiny Jim.
An even tinier, more sickly child. Will this horror never end? A house of bones, a skull of a child being sent by air.
Tiny Jim.
All because of me.
Tiny Jim,
Take me away, spirit. Change this. Change this.
Let's go get some poutine.
Yes, please. Please.
Where am I, spirit? What is this place? What is this? Wake me up before you go, because I'm not planning on going solo. Don't leave me solo here alone, spirit. Please wake me up before I go. This tombstone here. What is this? What do you wish to tell me, spirit? Look at it with my eyes. It says, no. It says Ebenezer Scrooge. It says Ebenezer Scrooge. No! No! It says Ebenezer Scrooge!
Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong. Bong.
Ding.
Bong.
What?
Bing.
Hello?
Bong. Bing.
Ding.
Bong.
Bong.
Hello! I'm just the last ghost to let you know it's just from your past. We need to go to therapy, man. We had a really fucked up childhood. There's just a lot going on there. Oh no, I can't hear you now, but it's just out of all the ghosts that are coming, I thought I'd skip the queue. Well, that's all. All right. Bye.
Oh, spirit.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings will come to all of you. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Wish. Hello.
Hello.
Kyle, why'd you stop singing?
Oh, I'm sorry. This man peeked out of his window and just looked at us so shocked. And so I just got surprised by him.
Children, you there?
Yes.
Hello. Yes. Hello, we're children.
What day is it? What day is it, children?
Christmas?
Christmas Day.
Today's Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Today is Christmas Day.
Well, yeah, that's today.
It's Christmas Day. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Hey. Oh, he's gone. All right, he's gone. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Today is Christmas. Today is Christmas. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, huzzah, huzzah. Today is Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
You there, boy. Here, quick.
What?
Take this. Take this small bit of money here and bring it to Bob Cratchit's house. Buy them a goat. Buy them
a goat.
A goose.
And a goat.
and enough money so they could get rid of all those bones in their horrible, freaky house.
A goat, a goose, and get rid of their bones.
No, just a goose and get rid of the bones. I misspoke on the goat.
Okay.
Forget the goat. I want
Yes,
a goose
great.
and to get rid of the bones.
Great, the house with the bones. I know exactly which one. All right.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Alms for the poor, what will Christmas Day have in store?
Here you are. Here you are.
I can't believe this is how it's going down. You just gave me £100.
It is going down. You sound so much like my nephew, Fred. Oh. I have an announcement to make. Hot dogs for everyone. Quick, everyone in London, gather round. Quick, let's all go. Let's all go to my clerk's house. Bob Cratchit, come on, everybody, come on. Here we go.
Go. All right, just mixing up this bone soup. Thought it'd be nice to have bone soup today. You know, for our special holiday. Yeah, just a little bit of just thought that it would be nice if we kind of dipped up today. Just thought we'd go specially here. I thought instead of us going to Paris, I thought Montreal was a lot, and I thought that would be a big idea. So instead of going to Montreal, I brought the Eiffel Tower to our house.
Hello, anybody here?
Someone's at the door. 1 second, please.
Okay. I hope it's
Hello?
the baguette salesman.
Mr. Scrooge.
Bob Cratchit. Huh?
Yes.
Bob Cratchit, listen to me. You've worked for me for many years, Bob. And you've known me as one thing. A miserly, counting house manager, issuer of mortgages. But I have something. I want you to paint me like one of your French girls, Bob. From Montreal.
A couple quick questions. What French girls are we talking about here? We have the
1 second, Mr. Scrooge. It's Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. You said I'd have the whole day off, Mr. Scrooge. We talked about it, Mr. Scrooge. I'm with my family, please. Tomorrow morning I'll come in early and I'll paint you just like one of my French girls.
Well, the Eiffel Tower was your idea. Can you just explain this to me right now?
Absolutely, I absolutely can.
Yeah,
Listen,
please.
Merry Christmas, and I'm going to close the door right in your face now, Mr. Scrooge.
Okay, wait, one more. Bob?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes. Bob, bring in your family. I have something else I want to say to you.
No, I have something I want to say to you, Mr. Scrooge. Listen, every year we toast to you. And every year I try to think about what's the one thing that you don't have. And I found it, Mr. Scrooge. I found the one thing you don't have. Because here, in the Cratchit house, we forgive. And Mr. Scrooge, you don't need to be forgiven, but you do need a nude self-portrait. Take off your clothes, Mr. Scrooge, because it is bones only in this house.
Wait, so it's a self-portrait? So it's of you?
Are you one of your French girls? Are you dressing up as a French
I
girl?
asked you to paint
yourself?
me in the nude, and you give me a self-portrait that you painted of you.
Yet nude, I only paint me.
And are you a French girl when you're doing this? Are you dressed as a French girl?
In here I am, yes.
Wait.
No clothes.
I just want to be perfectly clear. For many years, Christmas has meant one thing, and that's giving gifts to each other. But there's been something missing, and it's been missing for too many years. There used to be someone who would travel the galaxy, delivering presents to children on every planet, breathing fire, And I'm here to tell you now, Bob Cratchit, that dragon Santa, we're back, baby! Merry Christmas!
Tim, it's Dragon Santa,
Dragon Santa's back, and we're in the Starship Enterprise.
Tim, are you okay? Tim!
Number 1, set engines for warp speed. Engage! Christmas is back!
I did not see this coming.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge. It truly is a Christmas miracle.
Ho, ho, ho! Light speed! Warp 10! Engage!
In the sun. All I can say is God bless us, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful, and that's the end of our show. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm going to stop sharing this virtual background. It's making me look scary. Hello, everyone. That was the end of our show. Can I get one final round of applause for our cast? They did a fantastic job. Let's have them come out one more time. Everybody just come out and show your faces. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful version of A Christmas Carol. I have one final question for you folks at home. One final question, and that is, which of these performers followed their rule the best? That's the last question that I have for you. And the person who followed their rule the best, they are going to get a gift card to Brooklyn Tea. Because quite frankly, it is a business that deserves to be supported, and it's quite good. So, all I'm asking from you right now, and a little poll is about to show up on your computer, is who followed their rule the best? Who did it? Was it Scrooge with the lines from the audience, Cratchit with his gifts from Bob? Was it Fred or Tiny Tim with must speak in rhyme? Was it Past and Mrs. Cratchit must use dictated setting? Was it the present and Marley with can't say names or numbers? Was it the future, young Scrooge, character replaced with Santa? Which was it? And already we have must speak in rhyme is out to an early lead. We have must use dictated setting. We have both for character replaced with Santa Claus. We have lines from audience, and we have lines from gifts from Bob. We're pretty close. We have can't say names or numbers. It is, I've got 5 more seconds left, and it is, end of poll, must speak in rhyme. It is must speak in rhyme, Scott Thomas. It was
well deserved.
It was close, and Scott Thomas got ahead with his rhymes, as he often does. But it was well played for all our performers. Can I get one more? Thank you to all of these wonderful performers who did a fantastic job. One more thank you to Greg and to Ryan, who honked our horn for us.
Yeah.
There he is. I knew our caller was still on the line. We are in 10 Vote Theater Company. This has been entirely from memory. We want to thank you for spending tonight with us. We want to thank Littlefield for being an amazing host. And we want to shout out one more time to Our House, ourhousega.org, if you're looking for more information about them. This has been entirely from memory. I am going to put up a little slide for just a quick second. Just for a quick second, I'm going to put up a little slide of just some email addresses. I'm going to hide myself so that I'm less frightening. Just some email addresses here and there if you're interested in supporting EFM, if you're interested in following Our House, GA, if you're interested in following Park Life or Littlefield, Brooklyn Tea, which we're giving a little bit of a gift card to Scott Thomas, who followed his rule the best. So thank you to Alexis, thank you to Kira, thank you to Willie, thank you to Scott, thank you to Tom, thank you to Ben Furness as Ebenezer Scrooge. Thank you to everyone who attended tonight's show. We love you. We hope you have a happy holiday. We hope that you are staying safe. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. We have another show tomorrow night. Should you wish to stop on in, it will be completely different with a totally different cast. And some of us will still be there to support as we did tonight. But feel free to visit us tomorrow night at Saturday at Littlefield. There are still tickets available for that show. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday night.
Bye. Thank you, Georgia.